Hello and welcome to Wiise. In this video, you will see how to create a sales quote in Wiise. As well as this, you will also learn how to include details against your offer, including discounts, how to include a valid until date, and how to associate the quote to opportunities and campaigns, and also how to send the order to intended recipients by email. You create a sales quote to record your offer to a customer to sell certain products on certain delivery and payment terms. You can send the sales quote to the customer to communicate the offer. You can email the document as a PDF attachment. You can also have the email body pre-filled with a summary of the quote. While you negotiate with the customer, you can change and resend the sales quote as many times as needed. When the customer accepts the quote, you convert the sales quote to a sales invoice or a sales order in which you process the sale. There are a few different ways to access sales quotes depending on your role center. You can do this by clicking on the icon in your actions, like so, or you can search sales quotes. Another method that will accelerate the process is that you can navigate to the customer page, highlight the customer you're providing the offer to, and then clicking on new sales quote, like so. This populates the offer with all the customer's details included within the customer card. The General Fast tab will include the customer, contact due date, and requested delivery date. Click on Show More and you can see there is so much more detail under the surface. If you're interested in what a field means, hover over the caption like so and see the Wiise tooltip. Include a quote valid until date, details that the customer will use for reference that prints out to the customer printed quote, or associate it to a campaign or an opportunity you are tracking against this customer. You are now ready to fill in the sales order lines for products that you are selling to the customer or for any transaction with the customer that you want to record in a general ledger account. If you choose an item, you can look it up by entering description and choosing one of the filtered options. The same can be done for items that are of the type of service or resources you want to bill out against your customer. If you wish to leave additional comments about your offer, just choose the relevant line type like so. Invoice details auto-populate, as well as billing and shipping. However, the main purpose of the quote is to provide your customer or prospect with best value pricing for your products or services. You can see the line discount calculated for this item, as well as the volume discount displayed in the invoice discount field. As well as discounts and prices, dimensions for reporting purposes can flow from the customer to the sales document, which you would find here. Attachments can also be associated with the customer and flow through to sales documents. Please note, this does not translate to additional attachments when sending the document to the customer. Once satisfied with the offer, you can release the order to prevent changes to the quote without reopening the sales document, and then you can send the quote by email to your customer or prospective client. The format of the email message and document layout is pre-formatted through the Wiise settings, but can also be reformatted to better suit your business through customer Word document layouts. You can reopen and resend the quote to the intended recipient as many times as required. Once satisfied, you can convert the quote to an order if you want to sell and ship products, or convert to an invoice if you simply want to invoice for sales. The sales quote is then removed from the database. A sales invoice or a sales order is created based on the information in the sales quote in which you can process the sale. In the quote number field on the sales invoice or sales order, you can see the number of the sales quote that it was made from. Great! Now you know how to create a sales quote in Wiise, and also how to include details against your offer, including discounts, how to include a valid until date, and even associate the quote to opportunities and campaigns, and sending the order to intended recipients by email.